Remember it.
I know I'm quite late on this trend of talking about X-Men 97, but I just can't ignore it anymore. So X-Men 97 was trending everywhere quite a few weeks ago. The show is definitely a masterpiece and we just can't wait for a sequel season. Although we have so many characters to talk about, there's one particular character who has showed a huge transition in development. Yes, she is The Rock. While in the comics, Rock has gone through a series of transitions, there is a very specific phase that usually divides the fan in two parts. That phase is when companies or writers separate this lovely duo. In first few episodes, he was trying to establish a deep connection with Gambit while focusing on her other tasks. Things change as soon as Magneto arrives. Now here's a disclaimer for the viewers. I'm gonna be talking about my opinion on why Rock and Gambit deserves a proper ending without any deviation in their storyline, and how Magneto spoiled my favorite comic character almost every damn time. So the suffering of Gambit starts from episode 4, or I guess it was 5, where Gambit catches Rock talking to Magneto. It was the start of spoiling of this character. The main reason which usually acts as a barrier is the fact that Rock cannot touch Gambit. He will either go in coma or will end up dying. Meanwhile, Magneto shares similar powers to Rock or even more. That makes him more reliable over Gambit at times. But the question that we should be asking is, will Rock stay happy and safe with Magneto?
Gambit never said this to anyone before. Gambit loves you.
The real bond can be seen in comics. If you have read the book, then Gambit was a criminal and a heavy smoker. But he sacrifices all such activities not just for the sake of being an X-Man, but also for Rock. Meanwhile, Rock on the other hand can indeed go with other mutants or simply say Magneto, but she ends up staying with Gambit, even after knowing that she herself have to avoid any type of touches. However, by the end, I just can't remember the edition or name of that comic, but it shows how this duo ends up together and lives together. Whereas Rock can also establish both mental and physical connection with Gambit by controlling herself. They also live happily ever after with their cats. The iconic duo deserves a consistent type of storyline where they can simply source them up together, rather than taking away one of our favorite characters. In X-Men 97, it was Gambit who sacrificed himself just for the sake of protecting both the mutants and the Rock. I'm not saying that Magneto is the problem, but it's the fact that he is just not as perfect as Gambit for Rock. It is clearly shown in the episode itself where he tries to manipulate Rock to stay with him and leave Gambit. But like always, she proves that physical connection cannot give everything. Meanwhile, Gambit could have tried to attack on Magneto, but he sincerely leaves the ballroom while they were dancing rather than making a scene, knowing that Rock is happy. It shows how both actually cares about each other, but one particular character with the name of Magneto spoils everything for them almost every damn time. I might sound selfish, but like I said at the beginning that these are gonna be my personal opinion, and you are most welcome to share yours in comment below. In comics, both Rock and Gambit shares a very similar past. Rock is way more stronger than Gambit, but he himself is more clever than Rock. So strength with a clever mind always makes a deadly weapon. Despite all these differences, they try to catch up on each other and there comes times when they rely on each other. But the sad truth is, Rock and Gambit never gets a proper and consistent show or ending where they actually ends up living happily ever after. Now X-Men 97 has killed our boy Gambit and he indeed will be returning, but as a horseman. So it's gonna be hard for Rock herself to fight or kill someone who once was very close to her heart. But if you'll ask me, then this chemistry of Rock and Gambit is the best out of all the other mutant ones. What do you think about it? Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more cool content. Till then, it was your host Aryan. Thanks for watching, stay safe, peace out.
Remember it.
Witched by the devil's lullaby, dance away in the dead of the night.